Hi everyone, how you doing? In this video, let's look at when it's actually a good idea to remove your own teeth. Now, if you've been following my channel for a little while, you know that a lot of the time I will discuss treatments and options to actually save your own teeth. Okay, and the reason for this is I 100% believe that there is no tooth replacement which is better than your own teeth. Okay, and my job, 90% of it, is actually replacing teeth and doing dental implants and rebuilding smiles as a whole. So, it would be much better for my patients if they had their own teeth. Okay, this is something I firmly believe. However, there's a lot of situations where we do take out our patients' teeth, and sometimes these teeth are 100% healthy. So let's explore why someone may lose their teeth. You see, there's probably about 3 main reasons to lose teeth. Number 1 is gum disease. The second is something called the restorative cycle. Okay, and this is to do with tooth decay and the amount of treatment you have on the tooth. And the third is fractures for a variety of reasons. Either your bite is uneven or you've been bottled in the face. So let's look at gum disease to begin with. Gum disease is one of those things which, for a lot of people, it creeps up on them. It doesn't hurt and it causes irreversible damage. Okay, so the way that gum disease works is there's bacteria in everyone's mouths, and these bacteria, if left unchecked, if the cleaning isn't perfect, if the patient is extremely susceptible to gum disease or has some conditions which make them susceptible, then the gums swell up, and when you brush you start to see bleeding. Then a step further from there is that the bone around the tooth starts to become less and less. So we can see this on x-rays early on. So when a dentist will take x-rays, they check for decay between teeth and they check for bone levels typically, and any problems going on at the tips of the teeth. So bone loss can be detected early on through normal checkups, but let's say you don't have normal checkups and this bone loss gets worse and worse. What will then happen is when you start to lose maybe 2/3 of the bone around your teeth, they'll start to become loose. Now, in these situations, when a patient comes to see me and they say that all my teeth are loose or certain teeth are really loose, we'll take x-rays and we'll look at how much bone is there. And at that point, we need to make a decision, because the problem here is that the disease has gone so far that it becomes very difficult to rebuild or restore this tooth into normal function. And typically I'll say, I'd like a second opinion on this. Go and see my periodontist, who is a dentist who specializes in gums, and see if there are any options which you have to stabilize and prolong this tooth. Now, you see, this creates a bit of a dilemma because there's a cost involved for treatment, and that cost is usually quite a lot because you're looking at specialist gum treatment. Let's say, for argument's sake, it's £1,000 to have a course of treatment with the periodontist. If that tooth is already on its last leg, there's a possibility that treatment may not work, and the cost of taking the tooth out is hardly anything in comparison, but also the cost of having the implant may be a bit more than the cost of having the gum treatment, but you may end up having both treatments and the first one being almost a waste of money. So we've got this element of financial risk involved as well, which we can't ignore. The easiest way for me to help my patients with this decision is really just lay out all the cards on the table. We'll have consultations with all the dentists who could be possibly involved in this treatment, and the patient can then understand their situation from every single angle, and then it's up to my patient. For some people, risking £1,000 on gum treatment isn't a big deal. For other people, it's a really big deal. They just want to spend what they have to have that level of certainty. So for those people, they might choose to actually take that tooth out, even though it's got a chance, and go with maybe a dental implant or any other kind of replacement for a missing tooth. And I actually think that's absolutely fine. As long as my patient has made informed decision, they know all of their options, they can then choose what the best way forward for them is. Okay, and it's not a case of just knowing your options, it's about knowing the costs involved with all of their options. So this is one situation where we could actually take out teeth which are possibly savable, because it is still the right thing to do for that patient. The next thing, if we look at the restorative cycle, all right, and this really means how much work has already been done onto this tooth. Let's say we're rebuilding a smile and there's a tooth that we're not sure about. This tooth has had all sorts of treatment done to it. So if we look at a diagram of this tooth, over the years this tooth has had a filling. This filling turns into a big filling, the nerve is affected, ends up needing a root canal treatment, and then after a root canal treatment the tooth kind of breaks down a little bit, so we now need a post inside this tooth and then a crown over the top. If you take all of this into account, you can see how much treatment has been done to this tooth, and there comes to a point where if the tooth fails again, there's really nothing else that we can do. And each stage here, each bit of treatment costs more and more. So if filling is the cheapest thing, then a large filling, then root canal is a bit more, and then having a crown on there is more as well. So the more treatment you do to the tooth, the more it actually costs from an accumulative point of view. Now, let's say you get to near the end. The tooth needs a root canal treatment and it can most likely be saved. Again, we've got this same kind of dilemma. If you've got teeth in your mouth and you're thinking, oh, can you save this or can you not? Typically, if the tooth is at gum level, we can't save it. If the tooth has something sticking out of the gum, there is a good chance that tooth can give you another 5-10 years. But it may involve a fair bit of treatment to get that. So again, this, especially for back teeth, this is more of an issue. Patients will sometimes say, once they've got all of the facts, okay, look, I understand, let's take it out, let's put an implant in, it's going to cost me $3,500, whatever it is, to do that. I'd rather just spend that and be done with it, okay, which I get it, okay, that is a reasonable way to go forward, and it really depends on everybody's individual circumstances on that. Now, sometimes we take out healthy teeth, okay, and this is kind of for the greater good. Now, many patients will come and see me and think that they need all of their teeth out, and some of them do, some of them don't. But let's have a look at this case. This lady has saved up a lot of money for a long time because she's absolutely hated her dentures, and she told herself when she retires she wants to have a really good looking set of teeth. And we thought, okay, the bottom is easy, we can put a few implants, replace the back teeth, and maybe put veneers on the lower front teeth. But at the top we've got a decision to make, because we've got a few teeth here. These teeth are actually absolutely fine. They're really healthy. There's no gum disease. They've hardly had fillings. This tooth nearer the back, this one, it has had a little bit more work done to it. So it's a little bit weaker than the others. And then we've got missing teeth everywhere else. Now, in a lot of situations like this, just for my own peace of mind, especially if I'm not sure what to do, I will ask a colleague for a second opinion. And even my colleague said, okay, look, the bottom is easy. The top ones, why don't we consider taking everything out? And this would mean taking out a few healthy teeth with absolutely nothing wrong with them. Cosmetically, they're okay. They can be improved with some minimally invasive porcelain veneers or something like that. And then we can just replace all the other side teeth. Or we could actually just take everything out and consider something like an all-on-4 treatment or full arch, full set of implants at the top. And in these complicated situations where there are some key options and key decisions to make, I personally don't like the money side of things getting in the way. So in these situations, what I say is, okay, look, here's a fixed fee. Choose whatever you think is the right thing to do. Okay, and if effectively just taking the money decision out of the whole equation. And in this particular case, this lady felt it was the right thing to do to keep her own teeth. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're rebuilding everything, keeping as many of her own teeth as we can to do this. And there are advantages in doing this, but also there are cosmetic compromises in doing this. And we'll talk to patients on an individual level on what those actually are. But the reason I'm showing you this is that it is actually perfectly reasonable to take out all these healthy teeth at the top in order to achieve that end result of a great looking smile, which is going to last as long as possible and give my patients the least amount of trouble as possible in the long term. And I'll just show you one other case. This lady has one tooth at the top, okay, and this tooth again is pretty healthy. And over the years, she's lost all of her other teeth. She's not walking around like this. She has a denture. And this denture has been made to fit what we call the arch form of this one tooth. Now, as you lose back teeth, the front teeth take more loading and they can tip forward. So this has happened with this single tooth which remains. And in order for this denture to look remotely decent, what has to happen is you have to follow the arch of this single tooth, which is too far forward. And this creates an aesthetic compromise in that she looks far too toothy. Her teeth are too far forward, they're too wide, just because we want it to match in with this single tooth. Anyway, we got to the point where she wanted it just dealt with, so we actually took this one healthy tooth out and we placed our 4 implants at the top. We gave her a temporary bridge on the day, and I told her it was going to look completely different and her bite was going to be completely different as well, and she got on with it really well. This is what it looks like. And in this case, her original dentist actually referred the case to me to do the implants and all the surgical stuff. And then once she had her temporary, she went back to her original dentist and he constructed a bridge, a full arch bridge for her, which looks fantastic and it's working really, really well for her. So I wanted to just make this video to be a little bit more clear on when I think it's a good idea to remove teeth. Okay, we don't like to do anything too drastic, and taking a tooth out is quite drastic. We need a good reason to do this because we can never put in something better than our patient's own teeth. So there is a lot in the whole decision making, and we can't ignore the fact that money has got to do something with that decision making as well for some people. Okay, so I hope you got something out of it. I hope it helped you understand the decision making and when it's a good time to keep your own teeth or not. And if you're in doubt, if you've seen a dentist, the best thing is to get a few different opinions. Okay, it's going to cost you a fair bit in having different consultations, but it's always worth doing that, especially if you're not 100% sure with the advice that one person has given you. Okay, so until next time, guys, have a great day. Take care.